Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Thursday, March 13th, 2025. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Thursday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight, right after my National Day calendar segment, I'll have my famous birthday segment for you all. Also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Friday, the upcoming weekend, and through much of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Thursday night as we conclude yet another day as I bring you all my National Day calendar segment. Now, actually, first, before I get started with tonight's National Day calendar segment, something I'd like to explain here now. Now, if you guys were wondering where I was last night, I still did Facebook Live with you guys last night, but I was in a different part. I was in a different space. I was in a little different space because I was in another part. Good evening to you, Jessica. How are you doing tonight? How was your day today? So glad it's always a blessing for you checking in with me. I truly appreciate it. Now, again. Now, I'm going to explain to you all why I was in a different part of my little. It was in another area of my little apartment room last night. Because I was running out of time and I was running out of time and I had taken an unusually long nap last night, and I almost forgot. It was like, and I woke back up and it was like 11:45 when I got started with last night's video. And I said I wouldn't have much time to get in the full-length Facebook Live with y'all, so I do apologize for the inconvenience. So here I am, back in my regular spot and give y'all my nightly Facebook Live as usual. So I just had a little minor setback last night. I do apologize, but I still went and did Facebook. I still went and did last night's Facebook Live, but it was a much shorter video. So, but here I am. Back in the saddle, back in my leather chair to my computer as usual. Here I am. So, but again, now, if by any chances I am not able to give you guys a full-length Facebook Live video on any night, then I will announce way ahead of time and just briefly come on and say, like, I can't go live, but here I am. But anyway, but that's part of what my situation is based on. But enough of, But now let's get things started with the Facebook Live, because I have quite a bit to share with you all in not so much time. Okay, today was National K9 Veterans Day. Today was National K9 Veterans Day. Today has recognized National K9 Veterans Day and the dedicated K9 units who served since World War II. A lot of things changed after the bombing of Pearl Harbor in 1941. We rationed oil, leather, and rubber. The military drafted men into service. Women rolled up their sleeves and built war supplies, and dogs were called to duty. During the First World War, the United States took notice of the European use of K9s as sentries, message carriers, and several other functions. A private citizen, Mrs. Erlanger, initiated the program called Dogs for Defense. Along with the American Kennel Club and a handful of breeders, the group aimed to train the dogs for military use. By November of 1942, the military prepared the first Dogs for Defense for duty in North Africa. While they were gun-shy at first, they proved to be well-trained. As the war progressed, Dogs for Defense was unable to keep up with the demand in the remount branch. Service installations divisions took over the trainings of the training of the dogs. Over the years, the military, police, and rescue have developed a variety of training methods for K9 units. Their training is tailored to meet the demands of the job, and each animal and handler carries out his or her duties to the fullest. So here's how to observe. Recognize a K9 veteran. Learn more about their service history and training. Attend a ceremony honoring the working dogs in military units and working dogs across the country. Use hashtag National K9 Veterans Day to post on social media. National K9 Veterans Day is celebrated each year on this day, March 13th, on the official birthday of the U.S. Army K9 Corps, which was formed in 1942. Joseph White, a retired military working dog trainer, originated the idea for the day. A K9 does live with its human partner. In most cases, the K9 officer is responsible for the dog they are assigned to. K9 officers do receive specialized training. In fact, K9 officers receive specialized training for this unique unit of a police department. So that's what we know about That is what we know about K9 Veterans Day. Here are the other listed National Day holidays. Today was National Dermatologist Day, National Jewel Day, National Coconut Torte Day, National Good Samaritan Day, National Opening Umbrella Indoors Day, and also today was National Earmuff Day. Now let's move on with the famous birthday segment. Of course, again, I do apologize for because that very short, brief video, very brief Facebook Live I did with you guys last night. Because due to the amount of time that I had, I just did not have enough time to squeeze in my famous birthday segment for you guys in last night's video. But here I am, and I'm finally bringing it back to you guys tonight. Our famous people born on this day. Today, rapper Jack Harlow turns 27. Reggae singer Ozuna turns 33. NBA basketball player Tristan Thompson turns 34. Movie actor Noel Fisher turns 41. Children's author Rachel Renee Russell turns 66. Movie actor William H. Macy turns 75. Rapper Kamaya turns 33. Rapper Common turns 53. TV actress Lee Allen Baker turns 53. Tennis player Coco Gauff turns 21. Excuse me. Non-fiction author Lizzie Velasquez turns 36. TV actress Lucy Fry turns 33. Fashion designer Kathy Hilton turns 66. Pop singer Connor Price turns 23. Metal singer David Dramain turns 52. Rapper Clayne John turns 23. Movie actress Annabeth Gish turns 54. And movie actor Emily Hirsch turns 40. So those are following famous people who were born on this day, Thursday, March 13th. And of course, now before I get to you, of course, I do apologize for leaving this segment. I actually was supposed to have talked to you guys about this in my video with you guys on Tuesday night. And of course, this past Tuesday has marked the 5th anniversary of the coronavirus or COVID-19, when it became a pandemic. So, do any of you all remember exactly where you were, exactly what you were doing exactly 5 years ago? Later this week, exactly 5 years ago. Just within this upcoming weekend, 5 years ago, looking back in 2020. Because you remember this is when I actually had another Facebook page running at the time. Of course, that's when I had to suspend doing Facebook Live video with you guys in the afternoons and moved into evenings. And I've done Facebook Live videos every night, actually going into midnight ever since. But I remember watching the NBA season had to indefinitely had to suspend and would not resume until late in the summer, like end of July into August. That year, looking back in 2020, from what I recall. As I just thought I'd give you guys that bit of fact, as we have now approached the 5th anniversary of when COVID-19 became a global pandemic, causing overcrowding hospitals, essential workers working, eliminating crowds, and temporarily closing out, converting all dining restaurants into takeout, and all non-essential businesses had to be temporarily shut down. I remember it well. I remember exactly what our world was like 5 years ago at this time. Now, have any of you heard anything about Purim? I'm explaining to you guys about Purim. It actually begins tonight on Thursday, March 13th. Excuse me, it actually began earlier this evening. Purim is a Jewish holiday that commemorates the saving of the Jewish people from annihilation at the hands of an official at the Parchmenian Empire named Haman, and is recounted in the book of Esther. And I of course, I'll explain to you guys more about this in my video with you guys tomorrow night, as tomorrow marks the official first full day of Purim. Even though Purim actually began at sunset earlier this evening. And also, now if you guys have been able to view the lunar eclipse, here's my topic for you guys for the 2024 lunar eclipse. I just thought, now this is something that's very important. Of course, you all remember exactly almost a year ago, back on April 8th of last year, back on April 8th, 2024, which is almost a year ago. Remember, this is the most famous viewing ever since the total solar eclipse of last year. You all remember the total solar eclipse from April 8th of last year. A total lunar eclipse is now underway at the moon's descending node of orbit on Friday, March 14th of 2025. That's actually tomorrow. It actually occurs in a couple more hours from now, local time. With an umbral magnitude of 1.1804, a lunar eclipse occurs when the moon moves into the Earth's shadow, causing the moon to be darkened. A total lunar eclipse occurs when the moon's near side entirely passes into Earth's umbral shadow. Unlike a total solar eclipse, which I just mentioned, because we had you remember the total solar eclipse we had back in April of last year. Unlike a total solar eclipse, which can only be viewed from a relatively small area of the world, a lunar eclipse may be viewed from anywhere on the night side of Earth. A total lunar eclipse can last up to nearly 2 hours, while the total solar eclipse lasts only a few minutes at any given place because the moon's shadow is smaller. Occurring about 3.3 days before apogee, which will occur late Sunday or sometime early Monday morning, early Monday morning, March 17th, our time, the moon's apparent diameter will be smaller. This lunar eclipse will be the first of an almost tetrad, while the others being on September 8th, 2025, the total lunar eclipse, and another total lunar eclipse will take place on March 3rd of 2026, and also a partial lunar eclipse will occur on August 28th of 2026. So the eclipse will be completely visible over North and South America, seen rising over Australia and Northeast Asia and set. Okay, here's what the eclipse is looking like. The eclipse will be completely visible over North and South America, seen rising over Australia and Northeast Asia and settling over Africa and Europe. And of course, this is what it looks like, the moon's hourly motion shown right to left. So this is likely going to occur in the early morning hours of Friday, March 14th. That's tomorrow's date. And of course, And I'll try to get a view of me and see if the full moon is going to be red. And also, this is when this month's full moon occurs, which is considered the worm moon. Okay, I just thought I'd give you guys some info about the upcoming lunar eclipse for this month. So this eclipse is part of an eclipse season, a period roughly every 6 months when eclipses occur. Only 2 or occasionally 3 eclipse seasons occur each year, and each season lasts about 35 days and repeats just short of 6 months or 173 days later. Thus, 2 full eclipse seasons always occur each year. Either 2 or 3 eclipses happen each eclipse season. So each eclipse is separated by a fortnight. So a total lunar eclipse will occur on tomorrow's day, actually in a few hours from now. A partial solar eclipse will occur later this month, which is on March 29th. That's a Saturday. And a total lunar eclipse will occur on September 7th. And another partial solar eclipse will occur on September 21st. So if you're able to view it. So this will be the first significant eclipse I sincerely did not want you guys to miss. And now let's get on to it with your weather. Of course, you notice, now we were expecting, excuse me, we were expecting a rather rough evening around here with the slight risk of strong to severe storms to come through, but we have nearly dodged the bullet with the severe weather with the line of showers and storms coming through. So we just had a brief random shower thunderstorm too, which of course did not happen at all. So I just want to say that thank God for keeping us safe, because it could have been a lot worse. But we do have another chance of seeing severe storms. So of course, I have quite a bit of what I want to talk to you guys about tonight. And of course, and in most parts, especially the southern U.S. is going to be quite busy with excuse me, with very significant severe weather threats. So, and the great severe weather threat, I'll explain to you guys more about it in just a second. But the more significant severe weather threat is actually going to occur east of us. So here's what the weekend outlook is set up for the next few days, especially starting with tomorrow. Starts with tomorrow. So highs today range from the upper 70s to upper 80s. We actually had a high temperature in the upper 80s, so it actually turned out to be an extremely warm day. So highs today range from the upper 70s to upper 80s, while lows will range from the mid 50s to lower 60s tonight. Fine weather conditions will be in place on Friday with gusty winds and low humidity values, followed by afternoon strong to severe thunderstorms. Additional showers and thunderstorms are expected on Saturday in some parts of the area. So, of course, I have at least slight rain. I do have at least slight to minimum rain chances in the forecast for both days. So, this is of course this is what we were expecting today. Now, here's what's on the way for tomorrow with another possible. So, expect another very warm day for tomorrow with highs. Now today today actually turned out to be an unusually warm day right here in Shreveport. And of course we could see 2 rounds of storms for both tomorrow, which is Friday, and also Saturday, and of course looking much nicer but somewhat slightly cooler going into your Sunday. Now here's what the severe weather threat is set up for Friday. So there's a slight risk for strong to severe thunderstorms across much of our area late Friday afternoon and into the evening. While all modes of severe weather will be possible, large hail and damaging winds will be the primary threats. So that puts us in level 2 out of 5. Of course, this slight severe weather risk is being concentrated well to the east of the Ark-La-Tex region. Also, actually portions of the in south central and southeastern Arkansas and much of north and northeast Louisiana, including El Dorado, Arkansas, and of course Monroe, Louisiana. So, and of course that puts us in the Shreveport, Bossier City area in a marginal risk. So, be prepared for this next round of the possible strong to severe storms, which cannot totally be ruled out. Now, that puts us in level 2 out of 5.
which this will likely occur late afternoon into the evening, but the highest chances for north central and central Louisiana and south central Arkansas. So the potential hazards, a brief tornado cannot be ruled out. Damaging wind gusts of 60 miles per hour or greater, and large hail of quarter size or larger. So be prepared. Make sure you have your devices charged, where your smartphones, laptop, PCs, or your tablets. Now, of course, western portions of the area is under a critical fire, so we have a mixed bag of weather all over the place. Very low humidity and strong southwest winds of 15 to 20 miles per hour and gusts up to 35 miles per hour are expected on Friday. That's tomorrow. This combination will lead to unusual and dangerous fire weather conditions on Friday. Avoid burning outside, so be sure to secure load chains and don't drive over tall grass to prevent wildfires. Excuse me. Even though that I monitored the latest, I have to monitor the latest U.S. drought monitor. Of course, it indicates that as of right now, and of course, be responsible for critical fire weather. So, even though we're currently not under a burn ban. Not only that, we're not even in any drought as of right now. This is the level 2 out of 3 critical fire weather conditions. This necessarily does not feature the Shreveport-Bossier area, but areas west of us, especially places like our mostly in Texarkana, is on the edge of a level 1. The level 2 out of 3 means mainly being found across our East Texas counties and southeast and across southeast, mainly in East Texas and southeast Oklahoma. Basically, all of Texas under a fire weather is under a sort of fire weather threat. Mostly in Longview is in that category 1, which is an elevated fire weather risk, and Tyler in points west will be in a critical fire weather threat. This will take place during the day on Friday. That's tomorrow. This will be mainly found in East Texas, southeast Oklahoma, and portions of western Arkansas. Very low humidity and strong southwest winds of 15 to 20 miles per hour and gusts up to 35 miles per hour will bring unusual and dangerous fire weather conditions on Friday. Avoid outdoor burning, secure low chains, don't drive over tall grass, and never toss lit cigarettes. So you just have to know when to play it safe. Even though this necessarily does not include the Shreveport area, I just thought I'd give this to you guys' attention. Even though this necessarily does not feature the Shreveport-Bossier City area, but we do have that. But we're on the opposite side of this fire weather threat. We're under the threat of severe weather now. We have another possible severe weather threat across portions of the area on Saturday. Strong severe thunderstorms will be possible late Saturday morning into early Saturday afternoon across the eastern portions of the forecast area. Almost a severe weather will be possible as storms will initiate over this area. This will likely occur late morning, early afternoon. Of course, remember the greatest risk. Of course, we're on the edge, so this necessarily does not feature the Shreveport-Bossier area. So the marginal risk will be areas like El Dorado, Arkansas, Ruston, and Natchez, and of course Monroe will be featured in the slight risk. So areas east of us will be in that greatest severe weather risk. So the further east you go, the greatest severe weather risk will be found. Here in our neck of the woods, our East Texas counties are under a red flag warning, but of course our central and southern Louisiana parishes are under a wind advisory. But here in our neck of the woods, we are not under a watch or warning. And of course, we are quiet. We are all quiet here on this Thursday night. Not one location is receiving any rain. If you look on the regional radar, you'll see like an area of showers and storms being concentrated across portions of eastern Kentucky into portions of western West Virginia, and also a portion of wave of rain in portions of eastern Alabama and a small portion of western Georgia. So we have two separate weather events that in which Shreveport is in between a fire weather threat and a severe thunderstorm and a fire weather threat and a threat of severe weather. So Shreveport is merely at the edge. Now, and of course, if I'm not mistaken, we actually broke the record high temperature today. Normally we should be close. We should be topping out at 70 degrees for a daytime high temperature. Today, if you would not believe it, it was unusually warm. We actually got up to 90 degrees for a high temperature. That breaks the old record of 88 degrees. So we actually broke a record high temperature earlier today in Shreveport. And it was unusually warm thanks thanks to a decent amount of sunshine and strong southwesterly winds, even though we've had more clouds around during the day. Temperature outside here on this Thursday night is 72 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. We have a south wind at 8 miles per hour. Temperature outside on this Thursday night is 72 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. 44% is the humidity. Dew point is 48 degrees. We have a south wind at 8 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is at 29.73 inches of mercury. So it is quite unusual. In 72 degrees, that's actually a couple of degrees warmer than what our normal high temperature should be this time of year. Severe weather outbreak Friday and Saturday. Extremely critical fire weather Friday. A strong storm will move across the Intermountain West into the northern Great Plains, bringing widespread high winds with increasing snow. An intense and fast-moving line of severe storms is expected across the Mississippi Valley into the Ohio Valley beginning Friday afternoon. A wildfire outbreak is possible across parts of the southern and central plains due to strong winds and dry conditions. This will take place during the day, both tomorrow and Friday, as going to the upcoming weekend. So be aware of points to the west. Excuse me, areas to the west. Be aware of outdoor burning, and also be prepared for fire weather to be featured across portions of Texas and further westward, and also be aware of severe weather across points of our east. So tonight, of course. So tonight's gonna be a rather. So tonight will be a rather mild night for us with partly cloudy skies with a low temperature of 59 degrees. We should be in the upper 40s for a nighttime low temperature, and Saturday will be well above that. Low temperature tonight, 59 degrees, will be partly cloudy and mild with the south wind at 8 miles per hour. We're not expecting any rain. Now tomorrow, as we go into your Friday, expect partly the mostly cloudy clouds and breaks of sun. It will have partly mostly cloudy skies. It will be breezy and very warm. Expect thunderstorms in the afternoon, which can bring hail and damaging winds. So be prepared for it all to occur as we go into your Friday. High temperature 84 degrees with the south-southwest wind, southwest wind at 16 miles per hour. We could see gusts up to 35 miles per hour. So Friday's gonna be quite a stormy day for us here around the region. And of course, so expect mostly clear, partly cloudy skies to occur in the overnight hours tonight, with temperatures ranging anywhere from the mostly in the low to mid 60s. So we'll start out tomorrow morning temperature at 6 a.m. with partly cloudy skies. We should be at 60 degrees. 9 a.m. tomorrow with cloudy skies. We should be at 64 degrees. Noon tomorrow with clouds. We should be at 73 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with thunderstorms. We should be at 80 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with partly cloudy skies. We should be at 81 degrees. And 9 p.m. tomorrow night with another round of thunderstorms. We should be down to 72 degrees. So tomorrow's going to be another unusually warm day for us, but not quite as warm as we were today. So again, we have set a new record high temperature earlier today in Shreveport. It got up to 90 degrees. That made it the first 90-degree day, and also one of the earliest dates ever. This will be like the third earliest day ever for a 90-degree temperature. And of course, it was just. It wasn't even that long ago we had our last 90-degree day. We were just back on October 27th of last year. Now here's what the next 7 to 10 days have in store for us. So after a mild evening tonight with partly cloudy skies, we should be 59 degrees. Of course, 59 degrees for nighttime low temperature tonight. Now tomorrow, going to your Friday, expect partly mostly. It will be breezy and very warm with partly mostly cloudy skies. Expect thunderstorms in the afternoon, which can bring large hail and damaging winds. So be prepared. Be on the lookout for another possible of severe weather. So that puts us at the marginal risk of strong to severe storms to occur, especially tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow evening. So if we got missed on last night's round, of course, we have another potential round during the day tomorrow. With the high of 84, low of 62, winds will be from the south-southwest at 16 miles per hour. We can see gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%. Now going to your Saturday, of course, I do have at least another slight rain chance for your Saturday for the upcoming weekend. It will be partly cloudy and warm. Expect at least a slight chance of a shower thunderstorm or two. So that's why I cannot totally rule out a rain chance for the upcoming weekend, especially for your Saturday. Expect breezy conditions mostly in the afternoon for your Saturday. partly cloudy and warm, with at least a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm or two possible. High of 80, low of 51. Winds will be from the west-southwest at 13 miles per hour. We could see gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Sunday, of course, we close out the weekend on rather dry and pleasant note with almost rather seasonal temperatures. Expect an abundance of sunshine. Nice ending to the weekend. High of 71, low of 44. Winds will be from the north at 9 miles per hour. No rain is expected. And of course, do not forget Monday is St. Patrick's Day. It will be a nice one with plenty of sunshine, but temperatures on the warm side. High of 81, low of 52. Winds will be from the south at 10 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Tuesday, expect another day with breezy conditions. It will be breezy and very warm with plenty of sunshine. High of 82, low of 61. Winds will be from the south at 15 miles per hour because it gets up to 33 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Wednesday, expect another breezy day for us. Would be a breezy and pleasant day for us with mostly sunny skies. Maybe another slight chance of a shower or two possible. High of 77, low of 47. Winds will be from the west-southwest at 14 miles per hour. We could see gusts up to 32 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. And also going to your Thursday, and do not forget the official start to spring. Spring is exactly 1 week away. It will be rather seasonally mild, slightly cooler for next Thursday, with plenty of sunshine. High of 68, low of 41. Winds will be from the northwest at 10 miles per hour, and no rain is expected. And of course, we close out next week with a looking delightful and nice with highs and low 70s with sunshine. This will be for next Friday, which is the 21st. Next Saturday, which is the 22nd. Expect mostly sunny skies, maybe a slight chance of a shower or two. Highs will be in the low 80s for next Saturday, which is the 22nd, and only 20% chance of rain. Of course, I have a partly cloudy skies with a chance of showers and thunderstorms possible for next Sunday, which is the 23rd. Highs will be in the upper 70s, chance of rain 40%. So that's what the next 7 to 10 days are looking like. And of course, now, excuse me, we have a couple more days with highs in the 80s, in the low to mid 80s for both tomorrow, which is Friday and Saturday. Highs will be in the low to mid 80s for both Friday and Saturday. And of course, we'll lower it down with highs will only be in the low 70s come Sunday. Of course, we warm back into the low 80s for Monday and Tuesday. We're in the mid up. Of course, we'll kind of take a nosedive now. We kind of lower our daytime high temperatures a few degrees. Next Wednesday the 19th will be in the mid to upper 70s, and of course we're in the upper 60s, cooling down somewhat by next Thursday, which is the 20th. Rain chances 50% chance tomorrow, 20% chance for Saturday. No rain expected Sunday, Monday, 10% chance Tuesday. So all 3 days are expected to be dry. 20% chance by Wednesday, and no rain is expected for next Thursday, the way it's looking as of right now. So that means that, again, we have fire weather threats across portions of portions of Texas, nearly all the entire state of Texas. Also have a severe weather threat that's being concentrated to the east of us. So that will be all that I have for you guys here on this Thursday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here for tonight. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.